Hello, good everyone, and welcome from Fairfield, Alabama. It's time for college football from the SIAC here on Flow Sports. So glad you could be with us. Sam Crenshaw with you this afternoon on this glorious Saturday afternoon. Ideal football weather, temperature in the upper 50s, crisp and cool this morning. We're ready for a great battle in this conference between two teams enjoying fantastic seasons. The homestanding Miles College Golden Bears against the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. We think we're in for a good one today. Miles coming in at 6-2. Kentucky State at 5-2 in conference play. 5-2 overall. Both teams enjoying great seasons. We think we have a great contest, and this one contrasts in styles. You've got one offense that can throw the ball and move it around a lot of different ways. You have another offense that loves to just run the ball. That's Kentucky State. Look forward to seeing that team operate. They're doing and the better weather. Both teams last week played in some very sloppy conditions with the rain that kind of plagued our region of the United States. But today, it is so much better. It is senior day here at Miles College here in Fairfield, Alabama, and the seniors have just been honored on the playing field. Had a chance before both teams took the field to start this game, and the crowd still filing in. And, of course, I'm seeing across the way the Kentucky State Band, the Marching Thoroughbreds, they're making their way in. Looking for a fantastic halftime show for this game. But most of all, we're looking for some great competition. Two teams in this conference, two great coaches. Reginald Ruffin in his 9th season here at Miles has done a fantastic job. SIAC championship a season ago. They're going to get the ball first today against Kentucky State. They get set to go to work. Back deep to receive for them, number 3, Leonard Tyree, one of the outstanding players on this team, and number 5, Pedarius Martin, to await the kickoff to get things started. And another one of the standout players for this team. They're all ready to get things kicked off and going against this Kentucky State team. Maiaria Call, ready to get things started. Number 63 is going to kick things off for Kentucky State. Players up at the line, ready to get things started wherever you may be today, anywhere. Hope you're ready to enjoy a great afternoon of college football. We are underway. Ball's taken by Martin. He finds a seam, gets across the 20 up to around the 25-yard line. Nifty return, and that is where the Miles College Golden Bears will get things started on offense. They'll take the field, and you watch their backfield. Number 1, Daniel Smith, the quarterback, will lead them as they get started today. And he's got players all over the place. They're making that stop on that kick. Xavier Johnson for Kentucky State. Miles is going to start 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They got things spread, got 2 spread left, 3 spread right. Now man in motion, number 22 is Justin Ruiz. The setback, Smith throws that one low and behind. Dominique McNeely, intended receiver. That's called incomplete. We have a 2nd and 10 still from their own 24. Smith, the senior, 6'1", 205 out of Peoria, Arizona, has been great for this football team this season. 19 of 175 but 76 attempts, over 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, but 6 interceptions. Now he's going to look to the side, make the adjustment on the play. Play clock now at 12, 11. Smith awaits the shot, does his low snap, fumbles the ball, picks it up, and now he's on his own running. He's going to be brought down. Thoroughbreds in there, big time defensive stops on that play. Number 50, Jalen Dingle, in for the stop right there on the play for the Thoroughbreds. And we got a Miles player down on the field. Training staff coming out to see a look at him. Seems like Smith just took his eye off the snap there. The shotgun snap hit him in his hands. There he is, gets away from him. And by the time he finds it, there's big number 50. Dingle's right there along with 99, Chris Roberts. And they combined to make the stop. Big loss, and we're still going to see which Miles player we have down on the field here. See if we get a number on it. That is Smith, the quarterback. And let's see if he remains in the game or they're going to bring him out. This could be a big turn of events for this Miles football team. Early in the game, he's kind of swinging his right arm. He jogs a little bit coming off the field. He goes right back to the huddle. I think he's going to remain in. We'll watch and see if we see number 10. That's LeJon Cartier, the backup quarterback. He's also a senior from New Orleans. They go back on the field, and we see number 10 in the field. Play clock is running. You got a backup quarterback. You're now at 3rd and 19 from your own 14. Play clock at 6. They got to get the play off. They got a backup quarterback. Here's the snap. Handoff and the gives left side. That's to Ruiz. It's up across the 20. They'll get some of the yardage back, but not enough for the first down, and the ball's going to go over. Punt team will come on for the Miles College Golden Bears. So not a good first possession for Miles. Bad snap. Quarterback number 1, Daniel Smith, gets hit, has to leave the game momentarily. We'll keep an eye on the sideline to see if he's able to return. That could be a big, big turn in this game if he's not able to continue, or if his availability will be limited. We'll keep an eye on that for you. All right, brings up 4th and 15 from their 20. Jay Fitch is back to punt for Miles. He averages 36.3 a game. He's got a low snap. Gets off a kick, low. Drive's going to take a bounce. And up to get it, number 3 picks it up for Kentucky State. And that is Brent Silby, the running back, and he's immediately knocked down. And he's the guy we talk about who does a lot of the work for them. He does the returns. He's a running back. He kind of does everything. He's a one man doing it all for the Kentucky State team. And we'll watch as that offense now gets set to take the field. Under the direction of number 13, there'll be Jalen Myers, their quarterback out of Maryville, Tennessee, a transfer from Gardner-Webb. This guy runs the offense, and he leads the SIAC in pass efficiency. And you might say, well, he doesn't throw the ball very often, but when he does, he's on point. But that's not what they do most of the time. Got a man in motion, fakes the handoff, rolls out, likes play action, and the completion. Zilby is out of the backfield, breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet, and now you see why this gets so many yards. Brett Silb from Hammond, Louisiana, nice catch and run after the catch. Take another look, and then he makes some people miss him. Missed tackle there. Another one still on his feet. Getting those extra yards, great pickup. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Miles 40 as the Thoroughbreds are in Miles territory on the very first play from scrimmage. They're going to go 1st and 10 from the Miles 40. Watch Myers. Got a man in motion. Gives to Silv. He's right across the 40. Got across the 35 to around the 33, but we got some penalty flags. And this one may be coming back. And now you see how Kentucky State runs that offense. They just want to get the ball in the hands of him as much. Silv comes in as one of the top ground gainers in the conference. Here's our decision. Got a chop block. A couple of chop blocks called on that play. And that ball's going to be coming back. And they mark off the penalty. That's the voice of our referee today, Sean Purdy. Leads the officiating crew from the SIAC for today's ball game. And that's going to mark things off back into their own territory. Thoroughbreds were doing great. They're going into Miles territory. Now they're back on the other side of the 50-yard line. They're all the way back to their own 45-yard line. They'll make it 1st and 25. And let's see how they go by trying to make up this yardage. They don't throw the ball very much. Jalen Myers under center for the snap. Fakes the handoff to Seal. Now gives the toss this time. And Brendan Lawler not getting very much. Miles defense on the attack. Making the big stops there. And even that's going to be a loss of a yard on that play. Maxwell Wells in on that stop. Maxwell Wells, outstanding player at safety, was a linebacker but moved back to safety because of the way he plays the game, and have the more outstanding linebackers on this Miles team. They're barely deep. Here's snap. Here comes the blitz. Throws the ball out there. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. Myers was about to get it off, and he got hit right as he threw it. Watch the blitz coming from the other side. They get a hand on him, and that disturbs his throw motion. Almost an interception there, but falls incomplete. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Thoroughbreds. A lot of yards to make up. Let's see how they do. Checking into the game now, Jordan Level, number 86, a wide receiver, a junior from Detroit, Michigan. And he's wide right. Jonathan Powell split wide to the left here, the senior from Greenville, Alabama. Myers under center, drops, here comes the pressure. Still looking, runs, and it's going to be hit and taken down right about the line of scrimmage. And a little bit of a late hit afterwards. And that's going to bring out a penalty flag. And it's kind of unnecessary. Quarterback's already down. Now you're going to go and hit. You're going to give them a chance to make up some yards. You see who's in making that late hit for Miles. Take a look at the replay. Player's taken down. He's already down and then bumped right there. That's late by 54. That's DeAndre McCurry. He's from Birmingham. And I'm sure the coaching staff will have an interesting conversation with him when he comes to the sideline. Your quarterback's already down and you bump him. Yeah, some of his teammates having a little special conversation with him down here by the defensive bench. Now the officials look to sort everything out after this play, and we see what referee Sean Purdy rules the play. And you're going to see, take another look. Myers goes down. McCurry is actually pushed into the quarterback. So the penalty flags come out, and let's see what's the officials' call. See Coach Charlie Jackson and the Kentucky State staff over there. They want to see what the call is going to be. Here's your referee.
First foul. Defense. Number 52. First foul. Offset. 4. Those fouls are set. The down is 4.
Okay, now use a ruling. Offsetting penalties on that play. Both sides. And that will bring up 4th and 26. And a possession that started out on a positive note for Kentucky State now ends with them having to kick the ball away. We're going to see Michael Boback, number 7. He is the punter. He has punting and kicking duties for this Kentucky State team. He averages 37.4 a kick. And let's see what he gets off now to try to flip the field here for the Thoroughbreds. Got 10:40 to go here. We're in the first quarter. Glad you're with us on Flow Sports. And here's the punt, high but not very long. It's going to bounce that around the 30, bouncing, keeping it rolling, and Kentucky State going to try to down it. Did they get it? Did they get it to the end zone? And what's the ruling? Did they get it at the 1? Official's going to say no. And boy, the special teams coach not going to be happy about that. Look at the white jerseys all around this ball. It's 1, there's 2. A third's going to come in. And the ball still gets across the line. So the Miles College Golden Bears are going to get the ball back out. 1st and 20 from their own 20, and they catch a break right there because they make good special teams play on that punt. They could pin the Miles College Golden Bears pretty deep. That's an opportunity that gets by the board. So it's now 1st and 10 for Miles, and back at quarterback, Daniel Smith, number 1, waits for the shotgun snap. Got a whistle now for the snap of the ball. Now here's the whistle. Ball's reset. Got 2 wide left, 2 wide right, 1 long setback. Now we got a man in motion. Pitch fakes the handoff. Smith throws out there, complete the pass to DeAndre Harvey. He's knocked out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Nice 15-yard pickup by number 35, the redshirt freshman from Douglasville, Georgia. In on the stop, number 17, Xavier Hill, the freshman from Colorado Springs. A lot of youth on this defense, especially at linebacker and then secondary for Kentucky State. Let's see if Miles can test that today. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Smith with the handoff to give. Left side, running it down. Looks like Dante Edwards. Check that, not 26-22. Justin Ruiz on the carry there. Gets it up to around the 34-yard, up around the 41-yard line. It's 2nd and 4. Stop Terry Beckham with the stop there that time for Kentucky State. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the 41. Smith awaits the shotgun snap. Has it. The Gibbs Ruiz is across the 35 up to around the 50. No, down short of the 50. They stopped his forward progress right around the 49, but that should be enough for the first down for Miles. Ruiz comes to the game 66 carries, 395 yards, and 3 touchdowns this season. Big contributor. Xavier Hill and Xavier Johnson combining for that stop on that play. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 49. Miles just short of midfield on this possession. Smith awaiting the snap. Turns, gives to Ruiz, avoids one defender. Across midfield, around the 45-yard line. Nice pickup of about 6 that time for Justin Ruiz. A junior, 5'10", 195-pounder out of Atlanta, Georgia. For the Golden Bears as this drive continues. They're going to call it a pickup of 5. They're going to call it 2nd and 5 from the 45 of Kentucky State. 8:10 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Smith fakes the handoff, play action. Now gets rid of it because the pressure was coming big time. Big time pressure coming on him that time, and making that stop, number 29. Kamaris Robinson. He's coming off a big game last week. He's a nominee for Defensive Player of the Week in the conference and for a nominee for the Newcomer of the Week in the conference last week. Had 7 tackles, 4 for solo. So he's coming up off to a good start today. 3rd and 5 from the 45. Smith awaits the shotgun snap. Now looks going to change, maybe audibilize at the line. Yep, changing that play a little bit, changing the alignment. Number 86, Montavious Tinch, the tight end, moves to the left side. Play clock at 5, at 4, at 3. Here's the snap. Smith gets it out there. Complete. And catch up that time for McNeely, and he's out of bounds. That's enough for a first down, like a pickup of 11 on that play. Xavier Hill there to get McNeely out of bounds. For the McNeely, the senior, 5'10", 175-pounder out of Huntsville, Alabama. This is his 16th reception of the season. 1st and 10 from the Kentucky State 38. Miles, this drive's continuing. Smith with the snap, looking, throwing, got a receiver out there. Too long that time, though. Putting it out there, trying to connect with his favorite target, Leonard Tyree, the senior from Tuscaloosa. Just too long for him, and this guy's had a very productive season this year. 22 catches, 148 yards, 3 touchdowns coming into this game. And he was on the preseason watch list, Black College Hall of Fame, Black College Player of the Year watch list. Of course, that is the Deacon Jones Award that is handed out every year, Black College Football Hall of Fame. As snap, play out of bounds. He's throwing for him again. And Tyree hauls it in with one hand. What a catch! Catches around the 5-yard line, but they're penalty flags, and he's down around a 3. But let's see if this one's coming back. Offsides against Kentucky State. And they will decline that penalty. And that is a big first down. The Miles College Golden Bears. What a catch that time by Leonard Tyree. Throw it out there. Watch the catch just with the right hand. Look, Ma, one hand. That's all I need. Get it down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 2. Smith the handoff and fumble. Not a fumble, but falls. Look like their feet connected in the backfield. Take another look at what happened there. Smith takes the snap to give to Ruiz. And looks like his feet get, the turf monster gets him. Folks, how do you explain that? Running back, an outstanding player, feet get tangled up and down he goes. And actually, he lost 3 yards. We're back to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal now from the 5. Let's see if they try it again. Fakes the handoff. Play action. He's rolling the other way. It's Smith at the 10, throws it, and complete for the touchdown. Great play, throw to the back of the end zone. DeAndre Fagan, the junior from Lithonia, Georgia, with a touchdown catch. Take another look at it. He's rolling, looks up, throws it out there, and 87's right there all alone to bring it in. Touchdown, Miles College. Golden Bears on the board first today. This game against Kentucky State. Lining up for the point after.
Brady Hamill attempting extra point.
And Brady Hamill gets it up. And it is good. So with 6:04 to go here in the first quarter, your score is Miles 7, Kentucky State nothing. You're watching the SIAC on Flow Sports. Back at Albert J. Sloan Stadium, Alumni Stadium, the campus of Miles College. And here's the kickoff. They want to avoid kicking it off to Brett Silv, and who can blame them? Short kick. Kentucky State was able to handle it, and they're going to have great field position as they start this possession on their own 42-yard line. So it's one thing you want to avoid the big return by Silv, but you give them good yardage, a good position to start. Here's Jalen Myers under center now. Got a man in motion, gives it to Silv. No fakes the handoff to Silv and pitches it outside to Lawler. Nice pickup across the 45, across midfield, and into Miles College territory. Did he get the first down? He's going to be just shy of the first down. We're going to call it a pickup of 8. Going to be 2nd and 2 from midfield. Nice play. Start the possession. Everybody's keying on number 3. You fake the handoff to him inside, and you toss it outside to 25. Brendan Lawler from Clarksville, Indiana. Brings up 2nd and 2 to give this time to Silva. And, boy, they all over him. He may have gotten the yard, maybe not. And we got still push after the whistle blows, but no flag call this time. Silva didn't get much that time. It's the Golden Bears defensive line. The big fellas up front just kind of converged. Cardarius Roberts and Jalen Thomas, DeAndre McCurry, the big guys up front. They're saying not in our house, not today. They know what this guy is accustomed to doing. Coming off a big game, 23 carries, 147 yards, and a touchdown last week against Edward Waters. Preseason all-conference, and he ranks number 3 in the conference in all-purpose yards, and here he is in the backfield right now, waiting for the snap to give us the seal. There he is, and before he can get the ball, jumping all over him. Big number 98, Jamari Smith from Carthage, Mississippi, making the big stop. Golden Bears up front saying you're going to have to try something else. You're not going to get that here today. Brings up 4th and 2, and here's a question for Coach Charlie Jackson. Do you go for it? Do you feel like your O-line can get it for you? This is the O-line is not the most experienced. When they go sophomore and 3 juniors for this offensive line. But now they're one of those kind of moments of truth early in this game. You go for it and you get it, but if you don't, you're going to give Miles the ball back right here at midfield. We're approaching the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. They're going to go for it 4th and 2. Myers up there, under center, taking a snap. Fakes the handoff, has it, he's knocked down in the backfield. Big stop that time. 57, Jalen Thomas with a big stop right there from Sylacauga, Alabama. Stopping things for the Miles College Golden Bears. Big defensive play. And the ball will go over to Miles College. And let's see how the Golden Bears defense goes to work. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 46 of Kentucky State. We're going to see a big test now for that Kentucky State defensive unit as Daniel Smith brings this Miles College offensive attack. A lot of people get to play. Coach Reginald Ruffin has found a way to make a lot of people happy. His depth chart is pretty deep because everybody gets to play just about. A lot of happy players on this team. And with your record 6 and 2, hey, that's what you can say. 3 and 1 in the conference with a 7-0 lead. Under 4 minutes to play. Smith getting the snap. The handoff this time to Ruiz. He's still the weapon of choice. Gets it across the 45 up to across the 40. And we stop right around the 39-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 3. As Miles moves, clock ticks, 3:35 to go here in the first quarter. Miles College with a 7-0 lead. Another look at Ruiz with his run. Back up to the line. Smith awaits the shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff and taken down that time. 92. Devontae Wright coming right through there. The big junior from Kansas City, Missouri, taking a look right on the snap, fakes the handoff, but he didn't fake out Big 92. He figured it out. You still got the football, and now I got you. Well, for a loss on that play. That'll bring it 3rd and 10 now. And now you got a 3rd and long play back from the 46 of Kentucky State. Big defensive play for the Thoroughbreds. Smith, shotgun snap, now rolls. Now here comes the pressure. He's rolling to his right. Still rolling, going to fling it out there. And the ball's going to be picked off. Is it catch it inbounds or out of bounds? Great defensive play back there. Defending on the play, Jacob Abrams, number 28, comes down with it, but he's out of bounds. But big play by the Kentucky State defense to force the Miles College Golden Bears to punt. What a defensive stand by KSU. Coach Charlie Jackson has to be pretty proud of what his team did that time around.
Jay Fitch in the punt. Back deep for Kentucky State, Brett Cyril.
Of course, Jackson in his first season as head coach at Kentucky State, team that was winless last year. 5-2 this season, off to a tremendous start. A couple of wins over Division I opponents. Very impressive first year for Coach Jackson there at Kentucky State up in Frankfort. They're about to get the ball back. Back to receive. Oh, mama hits that man, number 3, Brett Sill. Doing it all. He's awaits. He's right around his 10-yard line, awaiting this kick. Let's see if he gets it. They get the punt away. Low. Kick is going to bounce and check up, and they're going to down it. And I don't know if the special teams coach is happy about that. At least he downed it around the 11-yard line. That was like it's going to roll a little bit, but I guess chances to get away. Leonard Tyree does down it there at the 10-yard line. That's where Kentucky State will start this next possession. Don't forget to stay tuned at halftime. Great halftime show for you. It will be on Flow Marching. And yes, we're going to have 2 fantastic marching units on display for you. We will, of course, here at Miles College, the Miles Purple Marching Machine. And they've made their way down from Frankfort, Kentucky. They're here, the Kentucky State Marching Thoroughbreds. That's coming up at halftime on Flow Marching. So stay with us. All right, back to action we go here. 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Jalen Myers in the Kentucky State offense, starting from their own 10-yard line. This time gives it to Silv, and not much happening for him. He gets across the team, maybe picks up a yard. No, not Silv that time. Taking the handoff. It's 32. That's Christopher Conaway.
On the carry.
He didn't get much. Conaway, bigger back. Stopped there by Jamari Smith, 98. He is just having a ball game today, folks. Big fella in the middle is just making it happen for Miles. They're going to call it a pickup of 3. They give him 3 on that play. Wow. He got 3 yards on that one. Second and 7 from the 13 of Kentucky State. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter here. Miles with a 7-0 lead. As Jalen Myers takes the snap. He takes the handoff. Myers still with it, and he gets hit. And he's going to get dropped there. He may have gotten 1 yard, maybe 1 yard. Golden Bears defense in 57. Jalen Thomas, very active in on that stop for Miles.
3rd and 5.
That's going to bring on 3rd and 5. And let's see what Coach Jackson has whipped up here offensively. Checking into the game, number 1, Jonathan Powell, a wide receiver. 3rd and 5. He's going to spread up to the top field. Awaiting the snap. Makes the handoff. Here's Thomas coming, trying to get the sack. He's got his hands on Jalen Myers and brings him down, 57. Jalen Thomas with another big defensive play. This man's having a game today. Big defensive stop, big defensive series for the Miles College Golden Bears. And watch once again, number 57. Come back here, Jalen Myers on the long arm of the law. Bringing him down.
4th down.
That brings up a 4th down.
In the punt, back kick for the Golden Bears, Gutarius Brown.
And Michael Boback is back to kick it. He gets it off. High kick. Not very long. It's going to fall. Bounce back, take a Miles. Bounce. It's going to be down right just shy of the 30-yard line. Not very long kick at all. With 11 seconds to go until the end of the first quarter, Miles College Golden Bears are going to have great field position to start this offensive possession. Great play by the Miles defense. Great job by defensive coach Aaron James, laying out a great attack to diffuse this Kentucky State offensive unit and what they like to do, and that's the run. See if they can't force them to put the ball in the air some. Miles now with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 32. Gives his time left side, across the 30 up to the 20 to 25. And that is Dante Edwards on the carry this time. A sophomore, 5'8", 215 out of Mobile, Alabama. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. One quarter in the record book. On Senior Day here in Fairfield, Alabama, it is Miles 7, Kentucky State nothing, and you're watching the SIAC on Flow Sports. The SIAC has led NCAA Division II in home football attendance for 16 consecutive seasons. That's 27 of 19 years. A lot of people come out and support. We got a great crowd on hand here at Albert J. Sloan Alumni Stadium on the campus of Miles College. We're in Fairfield, Alabama for this SIAC contest today. Senior Day. The Golden Bears are taking on the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. Sam Crenshaw with you. Flow Sports, so glad that you're with us wherever you are enjoying this broadcast by stream on whatever device of your choice. It is now 1st and 10 from the 26 of Kentucky State. The give once again this time to Edwards, who doesn't get very much. Kentucky State defense ready to go to work. Big 92, Devontae Wright's in there. Also, Ernest Austin, number 95, also contributing on the play. Take another look at it. Not much for him, the handoff. Matter of fact, did he get back to the line of scrimmage? He may have lost a yard or two there. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from the 26. Look to the line, sideline, going to change this play up. Back, going to throw, complete this time. Look at that, and in and running into the end zone for the touchdown. Number 19, Cohen Hudson. Touchdown, Miles College. Hudson, the 5'9", 165-pound senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's another look. Take a look at Daniel Smith. Back, throws it out there, had good protection, good time, and Hudson eludes the defender and takes it the rest of the way. Touchdown, Miles. Here's another look at it right here. Watch Smith fling it out there. Eludes the defender there and walks the tightrope down the line and into the end zone for the score. And the point after is up and good. Makes it 14-0. Golden Bears of Miles College with the lead. They got the touchdown. Here's the point after. It's up and it's good. 14:07 in the second quarter. Miles College Golden Bears with the lead over Kentucky State. Battle of two teams with a great deal of to talk about back on Media Day at the College Football Hall of Fame. Both coaches Obviously, a lot of excitement with this Miles team after what happened here last season, but a lot of optimism for the Kentucky State program. You think about a coach in Charlie Jackson and all that he's done in his coaching career. Played at Air Force, a commissioned officer, served our country as in the Air Force before getting into coaching collegiately and professionally. And last season, the secondary coach, cornerbacks coach for the Atlanta Falcons. And now here he is in his first season. His team off to a good start with a 5-2 record, but behind today, and I'm sure he wants to see them do something positive. And they get the ball back this next time. The short kick taken by one of the up men, and not much yardage there after the kick, but it'll be better field position for Kentucky State. Number 11, Nathaniel Miles, pull that down. Now we got a penalty flag afterwards. And let's see what happened with that. We watched the end of that play. Number 11 struggles forward, gets some miles there, and then some bodies fall afterwards, and some laundry hits the turf. So let's see if we can find who the culprits are this time. Get back up in some unpleasantries, and there's the penalty flag that goes up into the air. Officials just trying to keep a handle on things. The game today. Teams that have had great seasons, so spirits are high. People are competing. That's what you want to see, but you don't want to see the penalty.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking return team. Number 11, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Unsportsmanlike. John Purdy, the referee today.
That's first sportsmanlike conduct of the contest.
And mentioned that's the first unsportsmanlike conduct call in that one. So we're going to start from their own 21, and here comes Kentucky State. Had fairly good field position to start, if not for that penalty. So they go 1st and 10 from their own 21. We're early here in the second quarter. Miles with a 14-0 lead. Kentucky State trying to do something about it. Jalen Myers under center, takes the snap, gives it to Sylvie, and here he comes. Sylvie across 30. It's a 35 up around the 40-yard line. Brett Silv showing you why he's one of the top running backs in the conference. He just took the ball and just going forward. Here he is. Gets great block in there. Gets a crease. Picks up the yardage. And when they finally bring him down, it's up around the 40-yard line, just shy of the 39-yard line. Jarius Grayson from Huntsville, Alabama, in on the stop for Miles. Be 1st and 10 from their own 39. Big pickup there. Give it to him again. His Selb again. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up 2, possibly 3 off the left side. Host of Miles College Golden Bears there in on the stop, seeing 53. Cameron Sneed, also Austin Stevens, also part to stop his forward progress. They're going to give him a pickup of 3. Going to be 2nd down and 7 from the 42, their own 42. Kentucky State breaking the huddle, got big guys, size up front. Keaton Davis at 260, C.J. Square at 255. The centers, Greg Austin, 255. Laser Hernandez, 303.20. And here's 12. The handoff and going to the right side. Big pickup before he's knocked out of bounds. Nice run there by Isaiah Jackson. Freshman from Brunswick, Georgia, taking a look at on this play. Fakes the handoff, and here's the toss. Nice block. Follows the block nicely before he's taken out of bounds. It's enough for a 1st down. Number 30, Ozzie Williams there from Bessemer, Alabama, to help make the stop for Miles. That'll be a 1st down as the Thoroughbreds are now in Miles territory. 1st and 10 from the 49 of Miles. Thoroughbreds offensive drive continues. And give us the number 32 that time, Conaway, and he's still breaks some tackles. Big yards for him, about an 8-yard pickup that time. Austin Stevens in on the stop. Stevens, a senior, 5'11", 210 out of Munford, Alabama. Preseason all-conference selection. They're going to say he got 7 on that play. Going to call it 2nd and 3 from the 43 of Miles. This Kentucky State team is running with a lot of confidence in this possession. Myers waiting the snap. Give. Conaway maybe got a yard or maybe just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Stevens is there once again. Also, Jalen Thomas there, 57, to help out on that play. Conaway goes out. Number 3, Brett Sill returns. This is now 3rd and 3. Third down play. And let's see, this is a place that's been big all season long for Kentucky State. They're number 1 in the SIAC in third down conversions. Let's see what happens on this 3rd and 3 and what the Miles College defense has for them. Myers awaits the snap, pitch this time, right side, and getting the first down and maybe another yard right there. Great running, great playing by number 12, Isaiah Jackson. The wide receiver comes around and takes the toss. Take another look at it. Follows the block. Nice block there by 25, Brendan Lawler. And he's going to get enough for the first down. The chains will move. Another first down for this Kentucky State football team. James Sawyer, 38, in on the stop that time for Miles. So 1st and 10 from the Miles 38. Kentucky State, their best drive of the day so far. Just under 10 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon for college football here in Fairfield, Alabama. There's a handoff and nothing doing that time for Brett Sill. Maybe some other runners can gain some yards today, but Sill, boy, he's having to get his the hard way today. Austin Stevens in on the stop that time for Miles. Here's another look at number 3, gets the ball. Look at those gray jerseys just all over him. They want to try to take him out of the play when they can and force Kentucky State to use someone else rather than their favorite tool of choice. Not happening there. He's stopped down on that play. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and 10. No gain on that play from the 38 of Miles. Drop back on a pass. Now under pressure. Myers rolling, throwing high. He's trying to connect with Jonathan Powell. Didn't do it that time. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and long. A lot of defense, a lot of pressure that time. Brought by the Miles defense. Brings up a 3rd and 10. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, let's hear it for the Golden Bears defense.
Big play coming up here for Kentucky State. Fake the handoff, play action, throws, and that ball's going to be knocked away. Great defensive stop by Miles number 2, Kendrell Walker. Getting in there and knocking away a pass attempt. And what does Kentucky State do here? You're going to punt it and try to pin the Golden Bears deep? It looks like that's what they're going to try to do here. Number 7, Michael Boback is coming on to punt. Number 8, Grandarius Brown going to drop back. Grandarius Brown standing around his 10-yard line. And here's the kick. And that is high. It's going to come down and caught right there. Brown catches it right at his 20. Nice catch of the punt, the short punt. They'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears from their own 20-yard line. Another great stand, outstanding stand by the Miles College defense. A little bend but don't break after the best offensive possession this game for Kentucky State. Miles College comes up big, turns them back, and now the Golden Bears with the football. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20. Daniel Smith back, got a setback in Justin Ruiz. So got DeAndre Harvey, he's on the move there. Snap is to Smith, give it to Ruiz, back to Smith, looks to throw it. Has a defender, but intercepted. Picked off. Big play and big return. Great play by Kentucky State. 48, Andrew Perkins with the pick. Watch for number 48. Smith The pitch back to him. He's looking, throwing at 48. Yep, he had a receiver out there, but he threw to the wrong one, and big interception and a nifty return. Big play there by Andrew Perkins, sophomore from Detroit, Michigan. And the Thoroughbreds have the ball right back. Great defensive play there. They'll have the ball, 1st and 10 from the Miles 27. Jalen Myers and the Thoroughbreds with the ball back. Give. Sip, no fakes to give. Now the toss this time. Out the outside, not a whole lot of yardage picked up on that play.
By Isaac Fields, tackle made by Mitchell Smiley, 2nd down.
Isaac Fields with that toss that time. Brought down 24, Mitchell Smiley coming off a big game last week for Miles defense. He's one of the big contributors on this team out of Huntsville, Alabama. Sophomore, 5'10", 205. This very active linebacker core for this Miles team. First time we call his name. Got a feeling it won't be the last on this day. 2nd and 9. They call it a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 from the Miles 26. Give us to Silv. He gets across the 25 to about the 24-yard line before he's knocked down there. Down Jalen Thomas, 57, in on the stop that time once again for Miles. Short pickup, going to bring 3rd and 7. 3rd and long from the Miles. From the Miles 24-yard line. Myers going to be caught in the backfield. That man again, 57, Jalen Thomas, just doing work. Big stop by him. Also, Mitchell Smiley. Like he shot out of a cannon. Back there quickly. Quarterback barely gets the snap. Takes it down. Looked like he was going to tackle both he and Sylvan, just pick which one had the ball. That's that old Bubba Smith play from back in the day. Tackle the whole backfield and threw him out till he found the one with the football. 4th and 10, and they're going to go for it, being this close, in 26. Got a whistle and a flag on the play, and my goodness, let's see. This is call's going to be ad procedure against Kentucky State. For a situation where you have to keep your poise when you're going for it on 4th down. And now that's obviously a game changer. Let's see if the special teams come on at this point. That changes the game, what you can expect. Team 18, Jonathan Jerry, coming on for Kentucky State, and let's see. He gets the punt off. He's going to bounce it around the 10 and going to go out of bounds at the 10. So, good job on the punt. Miles will have the ball there from their own 10-yard lines where they will start the possession. We got 5:43 to go until halftime. Don't forget to stay tuned. Halftime is coming up. It's going to be extra special, folks. You don't want to miss the treat we have coming up for you. Both bands are going to perform. Miles College will be the Miles Purple Marching Machine. And from Kentucky State, they've come all the way from Frankfort, Kentucky. They are here, the Kentucky State Marching Thoroughbreds. That's coming up on Flow Marching. Don't want to miss it. Coming up in 5:43. Still got some more of the first half for you now. Miles with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Daniel Smith awaits the shotgun snap. Got a man in motion. The snap, the give. The Ruiz at 25-20. Ball comes loose. And it'll be Kentucky State football. They're going to say it's Miles and it was down. It was Kentucky State. They're saying it's Miles' ball, and the Kentucky State coaching staff can't believe it. Take another look. Coming loose. Did the knee hit? Knee hits before the ball comes out. Ball like it was on his way out. And so Miles continues with the football. 2nd 2. Call it a pickup of 8. Smith going to throw it out there. And ball is, nope, incomplete. Great defensive play that time. And on the stop for Kentucky State, 16, Nigel Cochran making the stop that time on that play. That brings up third down, 3rd and 2. Let's see what Daniel Smith does this time.
3rd and 2, let's hear it for the Miles offense.
3rd and 2 from their own 18-yard line. The handoff this time and a give. And not much. Well, it gets across. 25 gets the first down. Nice run that time. Dante Edwards with the run, and that's going to be a first down for the Miles College Golden Bears. Right there, Chris Roberts in on the step. Also watching on the defense. Now, Kamaris Robinson in on that stop that time. Smith, a handoff. They've got a penalty flag here. The give was to Ruiz that time, but let's see what the flag is.
Flag on the play.
Officials conferring. Here's Sean Purdy. This decision.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense. Number 87 and 79.
2 players calling for a
First down.
chop block for Miles. And that's going to bring the Golden Bears back all the way back to their own 11-yard line. That's going to make it now first down and 20. Let's see what they come out with now. Smith awaits the shotgun snap, has it. Give the handoff. Ruiz. It's across the 10 up to close to the 15. Maybe they're going to stop it around the 14-yard line. A lot of white jerseys all around making that stop. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 17. Smith awaits the snap. Looking, throwing it out there. Complete that time. Out of bounds. Great catch. Knocked out down by Grant DeBose. DeBose, a freshman from Montgomery, Alabama, making that catch. They'll pick up a 5. That's going to bring up 3rd. It's going to be about 3rd and about 6. Smith awaits the snap. Got 2 wide left, 2 wide right, and the lone setback behind him is Dante Edwards. Play clock at 6:05. Here's the snap. Got time, throws it out there. Complete that time. 87, DeAndre Fagan. Let's see where the ball is spotted. Is that enough for a first down? Looks like it's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and short for Miles. It's a pickup of about 5. That brings up 4th down, and we're calling it 4th and 2. So the Golden Bears are going to kick it away here with 2:15 to go, 2:12. Clock running down to the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Brett Self back to return this kick. This punt, Jay Fitch is back, the sophomore, ready to punt the ball away from Miles. Let's see what Silv does on a return. Here's the snap. Gets it away. Silv going to get a chance to, watching this one bounce. Stays away from it. Checks up there around the 30-yard line, and that is where Kentucky State will start this next offensive possession. 14-0 our score. Miles with the lead on Senior Day here at Fairfield on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. Nice crowd out to watch this college football game. This is Golden Bears team having a fantastic season. Of course, they got a big game coming up in schedule with Tuskegee, but you don't want to look ahead. You want to play the game that's next, and this is the next game. It's today. You know, Coach Ruffin has had to drive that point home with his team this week. Play who's in front of us. 1st and 10, Kentucky State. Give us to Silv, running hard. I think he picks up about 5 on that play. Austin Stevens there on the stop. Ozzie Williams also there on the stop for Miles. Pick up a 5. They're going to call it 2nd and 5. From their own 35, go Kentucky State. Myers with a snap. Pitches it out there. Isaac Fields not getting a whole lot there. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he got a yard. Miles' defense not being fooled at all. 53, Cameron Sneed there in on the play. The Miles team. Also 24, Mitchell Smiley in on the play for Miles. Under a minute to play here. Gives to Silva. He's got big running room. 45, 50. Still on his feet. 55 steps out of bounds, just shy of the 40. Going to mark him out here about the 41-yard line. But we got a whistle and a penalty flag. And let's see if that's going to wipe out this Kentucky run. Big play there. Brett Silva shows you give him some room. He can make some things happen. Maxwell Wells, number 27, in on the stop there for Miles.
Number 25.
Holding on offense. They're calling that on Brendan Lawler, the guilty party there. And that great play, great offensive play, great game for Kentucky State is going to be wiped off the board. So we got 31.2 seconds to go until our great halftime show here from Fairfield, Alabama, on the campus of Miles College. The Golden Bears with a 14-0 lead. This is 3rd and 14. I'm sure Coach Reginald Ruffin wants to see his team go out, make a great defensive play, and let's get off the field and get to the locker room with this 2-touchdown lead. It's the give. Nothing doing there that time. Big defensive play, big defensive stop, and it's that man again, 57, Jalen Thomas. He's just wreaking havoc all day today. Handed it off to Isaiah Jackson. And 57 was right there. He is just doing it all day today. Big defensive stop. We're down to 9.4 to go. It's 4th down for Kentucky State. We got a timeout here. And there you see, slowed him up until the rest of his teammates could get there to help finish the job. And this Kentucky State offense has been 2 steps forward, 2 steps back for most of this first half. We're curious to see what type of adjustments Coach Jackson and his staff are going to make at halftime of this game to try to figure out some things to get around this Miles College defensive unit that's just been supporting them on every turn. We got the final 9.4 to go. Kentucky State's up, and they're going to kick it away here. 18, Jonathan Jerry awaits the snap. You got to reset the ball here. 9.4 to go. Snaps back. Jerry, they come for the block. They don't get it, though. Gets it off. It's going to bounce. Roll. And they're going to let the clock just run out. That's going to end the game, in the first half, that is. That's all the time. We got 000s, and we have reached halftime here in Fairfield. Our halftime score, the Miles College Golden Bears 14, Kentucky State Thoroughbreds nothing. Stay tuned now for our halftime show. Miles College, a Purple Marching Machine, and the Kentucky State Marching Thoroughbreds coming up next on Flow Marching.
we would like to introduce a lady born and raised in Fairfield, Alabama, that was inducted into the Kentucky State University Hall of Fame 2019 for volleyball. Warm round of applause for Jackie Bone Brooks. On behalf of President Bobby Knight and Professor Willie J. Snipes Jr., we would like to send our deepest condolences to Mr. and Mrs. Alvin Lovell. On September 15, 2019, their son, Donovan Lovell, passed away in Detroit, Michigan. Mr. Donovan Lovell attended Alabama State University, where he had the opportunity and pleasure of marching under the direction of Dr. James Oliver, whom is here today. Mr. Donovan Lovell was a music school teacher in Detroit, Michigan. Mr. Lovell served his country as being a part of the military while he toured 3 times in Iraq. Mr. Donovan Lovell was also a Prince Hall Mason. We will truly miss Mr. Donovan Lovell.
And now, on behalf of Kentucky State University President Dr. M. Christopher Brown II, Alvin and Cherie Lovell.
Just want you to know that what you're looking at right now is a tribute.
President Bobby Knight, Professor Willie
A wreath has been given
and Miles College
by the Miles College
prayers, cards,
band to the members of Kentucky State Band, and now the bands are going to combine on the field for performance. Just want you to know all the drum majors are there together, and it's a very musical tribute that's coming up.
And now, can we get everyone to stand? A moment of silence for Mr. Donovan Lovell and Camille Cupcake McKinney. Miles College, please welcome Professor Al Lovell, Director of Bands at Kentucky State University, Dr. James Oliver, Director of Bands at Alabama State University, and Miles College, our very own Director of College Bands, Professor Willie J. Snipes Jr., to the podium as they direct Praise Is What I Do in 4K surround sound. Where there's unity, there's strength. Thank you so much. Fans, your attention, please. We've got 3 vehicles that are parked, that are unauthorized to park in their locations. A Hyundai Sonata, a Miles license plate, Ivies, I-V-I-E-S. A Chevrolet truck, Alabama license plate, 1CG4903, a gray Chevrolet truck. And then a white BMW XS, Alabama teacher license plate, I see you, God. I see you, God. If I just read any of your license plates, you need to go move your vehicles or pay to have them in the lots where you have them parked. Otherwise, they will be towed. Thank you. Tackle by number 37.
Start of the second half.
Harris.
Kentucky State with the football to get things started. Trailing 14-0. Here's some of the halftime stats, and there you see the score. Look at the passing yards for Miles. The rushing yards a little in favor of Kentucky State. And the turnovers, of course, Miles threw the interception. As we get back to work here. 1st and 10 from their own 35 goes Kentucky State, and the handoff to Silv. And once again, Miles College defensive front is there to turn him back. Nothing doing on the first play from scrimmage.
On the carry.
Curious to see what would happen coming out of the locker room. But more from Big 98, Jamari Smith, 47, Austin Stevens, 57, Jalen Thomas. Had a great first half for Miles. And they're picking up right where they left off to start the second half. Some of the numbers. Jalen Myers only one completion out of 4 attempts for 16 yards. That one completion was to Brett Self, a 16-yard pickup there. Got a man in motion. Makes the toss, rolling right side, and here comes Thomas with the pressure. Myers rolling, going to get hit. Ball comes loose and going to roll out of bounds. I don't know if he saw the defender there or not. Took a big shot from 24, Mitchell Smiley. Myers is running, and I don't know if he saw 24. He didn't see him right there or not, but boy, he takes a whack, and the ball comes flying out, goes out of bounds. Wicked shot on Jalen Myers. And that will bring up 3rd and 14. Man, he felt that one. Now let's see what this Kentucky State.
It's 3rd and 13 for the Thoroughbreds. Let's hear it for the Golden Bears.
Offensive unit can come up with here. On 3rd and long to start the second half. Got a man in motion. Silk, here comes the pressure. Smiley takes him down. Big stop by Mitchell Smiley for Miles. And the Miles defensive unit comes out and starts the second half the way they finished the first half. Turning back the Kentucky State offensive attack. Thoroughbreds just doing nothing to figure out what this Miles defense is throwing at them today, and Miles is about to get the football back.
Michael Boback in the punt, back deep for the Golden Bears. Brandarius Brown.
Michael Boback with the kick, and Brandarius Brown back to receive the punt here. So kick them. Brown's going to feel it right around his own 40 and knocked down. Big hit there by number 20, Antoine Lloyd, on special teams. Watch number 20. Heat-seeking missile coming down the field. Makes the catch and the hit. Brown hangs on to it. Great defensive play, great play there on the special teams. And so Miles College will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Their quarterback, Daniel Smith, his numbers in the first half, 7 of 13, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception in the game.
1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. 1
touchdown toss to Cohen Hudson, the other one to DeAndre Fagan. Here he's with the ball here, going to get across the 40, up across 45 to around the 47-yard line. On the keeper that time. Smith hadn't called his own number, but he has run some this season. 48 attempts, 173 yards, and 3 touchdowns coming into the game. So he's a very capable runner as well. First time we've seen him do it this year. And Antoine Floyd, number 20, with the stop there. 2nd and 2 from their own 48. Smith awaiting the shotgun snap. Gets it. Give that time and leaning across the field. Still on his feet. Still driving up to across the midfield to the 45. Great gain that time. Determined running that time by Justin Ruiz, the junior from Atlanta. Take another look. Determined running. You think the ball stops there, keeps those legs moving. Here's another look. Got defenders hanging on him. He's going to drag him for 3, 4, 5 more yards. Big play in number 9 with the stop on that play for Kentucky State coming up. Martell Stewart making a stop there. Smith with the throw. Got a receiver out there. It's going to be no. On the way, defensive play that bounces off the helmet. 16, Nigel Cochran. There's another look. Nigel Cochran on the play. And this ball is perfectly thrown to hit him right in the back. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45 of Kentucky State. Miles College on the move in their first possession of the second half. We're in the 3rd quarter here in Fairfield. Miles with a 14-0 lead over visiting Kentucky State. SIAC on Flow Sports. Make the handoff, and Smith again calls his own number. Hadn't seen that much in the first half. We're seeing it twice now in this first possession of the second half for Miles. Call that a 5-yard pickup.
It's 3rd down.
Maybe call that a 4-yard pickup. Going to be 3rd and 6 from the 41 of Kentucky State. Miles got 2 split left, 1 split right, got 2 setbacks in the backfield. Now, see if we change the play. Got Ruiz and Edwards in the backfield alongside Daniel Smith, who waits the shotgun snap. Ball snaps, looking, throwing, complete. Catch there, great catch that time by Dominique McNeely. It's good enough for the first down, brought down around the 31-yard line. The Golden Bears drive continues. 1st and 10 from the 31 of Kentucky State. McNeely had a catch in the first half for 7 yards, his second catch of the day. Give this time to Edwards. Cuts it back inside the block. He's going to get across the 30 down to around the 26-yard line and mark this one. Dante Edwards, the sophomore, 5'8", 215 out of Mobile, Alabama. Coming into this game, he had 74 carries, 446 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Very capable running back for this team. We also thought we might see Darrell Freeman in the game today. We'll keep watching for him. Miles continues now, 2nd and 6 from the 27. Smith throwing, complete. Oh, that one hit right in the hands that time of McNeely. And while he was wide open all along, seemed like he wasn't expecting it. That's a big drop. Let's see if that's going to be a big drop for this possession, as now it brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 6 for Miles. They're at the 27 of Kentucky State. Daniel Smith, the quarterback, awaits the shotgun snap. Now he looked to the side. Will they change the play? Got to go quickly, though. Play clock moving at 6. It's at 5, 4, at 3. Gets it away in time. Smith throwing it out there. He's got a receiver, but too far. It sails out of bounds. Can't make the connection that time with Dominique McNeely. That's going to bring up 4th down. A drive that started out looking good for Miles and throwing a little something different out there with a couple of keepers by Daniel Smith. Now, see if they attempt a field goal or they're going to punt at this point. Coming out is Jay Fitch. Looks like he's going to line up. Or he's going to hold. Kicker. Brady Hamill. That long enough. And it is good. Great there for our Brady Hamill. Connects with the field goal, put 3 more on the board for the Miles College Golden Bears. 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Miles College with the lead over Kentucky State, 17-0. You're watching SIAC Football on FloSports. Back to action here at Miles College, and the kickoff returned by number 3, Brett Selve. He does it all for Kentucky State. Nice return. And they will have good field position to start this possession. They'll start from their own 37-yard line, the 37-yard line as they get set for this second possession of the second half. Don't forget, all eyes on the Eastern Division as the champion will earn the chance to host the 8th annual SIAC Football Championship coming up on November 16th. Now fans, visit www.thesiac.com for official conference and championship gear. Get your tickets today. 1st and 10 from their own 36. The Brandon Selve, and there he is across the 45. Going to bring him down around the 47-yard line. Big pickup, should be close to the first down. May not be. It's going to call it a pickup of 9. Be 2nd and 1 from the 46-yard line. Silv doing what he does best all the time. Finds the opening. There it is. Nice run from him. The yards have been difficult to come by today because the Miles defense has been keying on him. Let's see if they can get the first down and keep this drive going. 2nd and 1 from their own 46. Silv once again. Does he get it? Oh, no. He's close to the first down, but he may not have enough of it. Number of gray jerseys there to help bring him down. See at 53, Cameron Sneed, one of those players that was close by. Jalen Thomas once again just active all day long. And they have made things miserable for one of the top ground gainers in the SIAC. Silv only 28 yards in the first half of the game. 3rd down. Give it this time to the big fella this time. Conaway, did he get that? Did he get enough for the first down? Miles doesn't think so. Let's see where they mark it. Well, it's a host of gray jerseys over there to make that stop. But still, Kentucky State gets just enough for the first down, and the chains will move. Giving it to the big freshman, 6'2", 235 out of Stockbridge, Georgia, Christopher Conaway. And he's a guy they like to use to finish drives sometimes. Only had 30 attempts coming into the game for 123 yards, but 3 touchdowns. And he was able to get the first down and keep the drive going for Kentucky State. 1st and 10 now from their own 47. Jalen Myers under center. Waits the snap there. Got a man in motion. Fields gives it. Ball going ahead up to around midfield. There's Conaway. Tough yards inside. Tough yards up there in the middle. Austin Stevens, the senior out of Munford, Alabama. Preseason all SIAC selection in on the stop there for Miles. Clock ticks. 6:35, 6:25, 6:24 to go. It's this Kentucky State team. That's the thing they do. They keep the ball. They keep the clock moving. Running is what they prefer to do. 2nd down, toss this time out to Jackson, left side. Does he have enough for the first down before he's knocked out of bounds? It's going to be close. Isaiah Jackson out of Brunswick, Georgia. Take another look. He has it there. Goes to the left side before they shove him out of bounds. And that looks like he's got enough right there. It's 40 where he slips and goes down right there around the 37-yard line. And that'll be a first down for Kentucky State. Going to go 1st and 10 from the 38 of Miles. This drive continuing for KSU. Gibbs to Silv. Gets a block to right side. Across 35. Up to 30. Still on his feet. Is that 30? 15, 10. He's almost out to the 10-yard line. Got a long penalty flag that came from the opposite side of the field. He's brought down right at around the 12, but now we got a penalty flag. And let's see who the call is on. Early sign says it may be a face mask toward the end of the play. Take another look. Nice run. Find some opening there, but to reach in and like that left hand, there's been a face mask on that play. Inadvertent face mask, but a first mask nonetheless. So let's see. It's marked off, and even more yards. Going to be down inside the 10. That's going to be around the 7-yard line. And that is where Kentucky State is going to take the ball on the 6. 1st and goal from the 6. And let's see if Kentucky State can finish this drive and get on the board. It would change the complexion of this football game as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Would change the complexion of the game dramatically. They get on the board here. Jalen Myers under center. I guess up like he's changing. A little audible there at the line. Changing the play. Play clock at 1. Gives it to Silv. Getting much on the right side. Getting much there. And he's taken down. Maybe just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackle by Jalen Thomas.
There, Jalen Thomas, 57 in on the stop once again. He has been a busy man on this day. Another stop. No gain. Going to be second down and 6 to go. Second down and goal to go from the 6. See if they go. Backfield. They can continue with Sill in the backfield. Got tight end 288 Colin Dweger. Inside. Not much happening there again. Middle of that line is big. Zip 49, Kadarius Roberts, the junior from Bessemer, 6'1", 275 in on the stop that time for Miles. Inside 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. And a big third down facing Kentucky State. And this Miles defense has been giving up nothing. They're on the 5-yard line. They picked up 1 yard in 2 plays. Third down. KSU needs 6. Toss this time. The sweep. Cutting up inside and taking it down around the 3. Not much that time. Play from Isaac Fields. He got it across the 5. But he's knocked down at the 3. And this brings up a big 4th down play. Do you get 3 points? Or do you take a chance on getting 6? You got 3:02 to go, and right now there's a timeout being called. Coach Charlie Jackson in Kentucky State wants to take a look at things. They want to talk about it for a minute. A lot to consider here on this Saturday afternoon. These teams continue to play, and late in the season, 2 teams who've enjoyed excellent seasons. Of course, you want to finish it off right. You want to go out the last couple of games and get some wins. And if you're Miles, of course, you want to win playing a game here at home and have yourself in good position when you take on Tuskegee in your season finale. But you don't want to look too far ahead. You got to win the games that are in front of you. But can't say enough about the conditions and the weather they're playing in here today. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful afternoon, Saturday afternoon for football, and we're glad you're with us here on Flow Sports. Hope you're enjoying this on whatever device you use to access your content, to access your viewing of sporting events, be it on your phone, be it on your tablet, be it on your PC. And we're so happy that you're with us today and enjoying football from the SIAC, Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. We're playing it big. That's what we're doing this year.
939-3699.
All right, they're going to go for it now. 4th and goal from their own 3. Here's Jalen Myers. He's going to roll out. He's got pressure. Rolling, looking, throwing, and low and incomplete. And that score opportunity goes by the boards. Miles' defense stands up once again. The ball will go over to the Golden Bears, although deep in their own territory. But once again, that defensive unit coming off very impressive performance. A lot to be proud of on this day. Busy day in the conference. We're going to run down some of the games in just a moment and let you know who's playing where today, in addition to the game that you're enjoying this afternoon. Miles 1st and 10 from their own 3, going to give it that time. A nice run that time by Dante Edwards. Strong run there. Gives the offense some working room. Pick up of about 5, getting it out to the 9-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 5 from the 9. Daniel Smith waits the shotgun snap. Got Edwards the long setback behind him now. Changing the play. Meanwhile, the play clock's running down. We're at 9. We're at 8. We're at 7. Calling the audible here. At 4, 3. There's the snap. Gives it up to Edwards. He's just going to bowl his way forward across the 10. Still not enough for the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short on this next play. Yes, Martell Stewart in on that stop. He's had a busy, active day today for Kentucky State. Going to bring up 3rd and 1. See if Miles can continue this drive and move the sticks. Changing the play again at the line, Daniel Smith. Play clock running down again. He gets the shotgun snap. Going to give as Edwards gets around corner there and gets knocked out of bounds up at around the 28-yard line. That's going to get that first down. Chains will move for the Miles College Golden Bears. Big run that time again by Dante Edwards. Knocked down there by Nigel Cochran, getting him out of bounds. One of the games this afternoon, other games happening around the conference. Fort Valley is playing at Savannah State, Central State at Lane. Morehouse and Albany State should be underway, and momentarily Clark at Benedict. Those are games around the SIAC today. We'll try to get some scores as we get to the fourth quarter. Update you on how those games are progressing. Inside a minute to go now in the third quarter. It's been a third quarter. Miles added a field goal, and that has been it so far. 35 seconds to go. Hand off to Edwards. It's across the 30, 35 to around the 36-yard line. Ball comes out after the play. Play had been whistled dead. And that's enough for another first down for the Miles College Golden Bears. And we may not see this play get off. We may have seen the last play of the third quarter. And I think everybody's holding up 4 fingers on the Miles sideline. And I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to go to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the record book today. And after 3, home team, Miles College 17, Kentucky State nothing. Stay with us. Fourth quarter straight ahead. You're watching college football from the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference on Flow Sports. Back here in Fairfield, Alabama, ready to start the fourth quarter. Miles with a 17-0 lead over Kentucky State, and the Golden Bears with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Give and big collision right there. Run. Big 90 in on the stop on that play. Justin Hooks making the stop. On number 22, Justin Ruiz. Also Eldridge Dockery in on the stop there. Calumet Park, Illinois. It's going to bring a 2nd and 9. Smith with the snap. Waiting for the shotgun snap. Play clock at 4 seconds. 3 seconds, 2. There it is, the give to Ruiz, and quickly he's up across the 40 to around the 41-yard line. Numbers in after 3 quarters. Miles with 7 first downs to 4. Martell Stewart in on the stop that time along with Jalen Dingle. Going to be 3rd and 6 from their own 41. Got 2 spread left. 1 wide right. Got a tight end in this alignment. 86, Montavious Tinch. Been waiting to see them go to him today. Preseason all-conference selection. Here's Smith throwing it out there. Nice catch here right around midfield. Down right there. Nigel Cochran there on the stop. Nice catch by Antonio Lee. Redshirt senior out of Mobile, Alabama, and that's going to be the first down right up to midfield. The Miles drive continues. Changing the play once again. Smith. Clipping back up to the line. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. Now Tinch the tight end. Gives it this time to Edwards. Nothing doing right there. Kentucky State front right there. Make the stop. Make the tackles. Jeremiah Owens, number 4. one of those in on the stop for Kentucky State. White jerseys everywhere, in there quickly. Bring up 2nd and 11. Smith waiting to make the signal call. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're running that play clock all the way down. Gives it up to Edwards. Breaks through. Across the 45. Around the 46, around the 44-yard line. And he comes out. He lost his shoe. Gonna come out of the game. You may need that. Look. He is. Another look. Hard run. No man out. Defender didn't get him, but he got the shoe to come off and put his shoe back on before he comes back to action. That brings Justin Ruiz back out there, and he's lined up now behind Daniel Smith as they go 3rd and 4 from the 44 of Kentucky State. Miles on the move again today. Here's the give to Ruiz. He's not going to get much in there. Maybe gets a couple. 92 in on the stop. Devontae Wright, big nose tackle out of Kansas City, Missouri, at the bottom of the pile, making that stop. So on 4th down, what does Coach Reginald Ruffin want his Golden Bears to do? You have a 17-0 lead. I think they're going to go out and try to kick it away and see if they can't pin Kentucky State a little bit deeper here. That's what he's choosing to do. That brings on Jay Fitch. And that brings Brett Silv, the dangerous Brett Silv, who started there around the 12-yard line. Fitch, low snap, gets the kickoff, and he gets bumped, but they don't give a flag on that one. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Miles College bench screams for a penalty flag. And maybe the referee is right there. Maybe he wasn't convinced by Jay Fitch. He gets knocked down. He considers Jay Fitch maybe a budding thespian. Maybe he's doing a little acting there. Maybe he wasn't really hit that severely. It's a look there, knocked down. You know, he doesn't get the Academy Award on this one. The envelope, please. His name is not in the envelope. He does not get the Oscar for that performance. Much to the chagrin of the Miles College sideline. They said, hey, he knocked that guy down. Not this time. So Kentucky State's going to get the football, and they're going to go back to work here. Offense, and let's see what Jalen Myers and his crew can cook up, and they can sustain a drive. They had the ball last quarter, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line, and were denied. Here they are back with the football now. Myers looks to throw. Got a pass out there complete. Ball knocked out of bounds. Jonathan Powell had it. Then the ball got knocked free. It goes out of bounds. Still be Kentucky State football. Take another look. Myers doesn't throw it a lot, but this time it's a nice pass out there. Powell with it. And reaching in there, knocking it out. 24, Mitchell Smiley. Coming up with a big play there. Still Kentucky State football. Going to be 2nd and 2. Call that a pickup of 8. With a pass completion to Jonathan Powell. The 6'2", 200-pound senior from Greenville, Alabama. Under 10 minutes to go in our ball game here. Kentucky State been able to get some things going, just being inconsistent. Couldn't finish the drive there in the 3rd quarter. Could have really changed the complexion of the game. Silv not getting very much. He's going to be stacked up. A lot of gray jerseys. Not giving him very much on that play. Do they give a yard? Maybe a yard. If not, they're being generous. Did he get enough? 4th down, he got enough for the 1st down. Chains move. 1st down for Kentucky State. First and 10 from the Miles 30. Myers got them all spread out there, but he's going to give. No, he's still going to keep it himself. He's at the 35, 40 up across the 45 to around the 47-yard line. Nice pickup there by Jalen Myers. And he coming into this game, he can run the ball when he needs to. He's picked up 4 this season, but coming into the game, 72 carries, 40 to 35 yards, a pair of touchdowns. That one's good for a 1st down for Kentucky State. Austin Stevens in on the stop, the 5'11", 210-pound senior preseason all-conference selection in on the stop there. 1st and 10 from their own 41. Myers with the give to Silv. Not much there. He gets across the 40 up to around the 42, 43. And we got another Miles player that falls down, and he doesn't get the Oscar award either. He's trying to see if somebody will throw a flag. That's Jerry Shade. He doesn't get it. Ozzie Williams in on the stop. Shade thought maybe he got to hit a little bit after the whistle. Falls on the field and not rewarded. So the Kentucky State, they only get 1 yard on that play. Going to call it 2nd and 9 from their own 41. Looks more like the 42, but they're going to mark it at the 41. They gave him a yard. Myers going to drop back, looks to throw it out there. Complete! Reception on the other end, Jordan Level, the junior from Detroit, Michigan. Nice catch. And it's into Miles territory. Another first down for Kentucky State. They're mixing it up with this drive. Not just all run. They're throwing some passes in. It's the fourth quarter. It's the sense of urgency. They're having to do some things differently. But now we got a whistle. And the officials are conferring. And let's hear.
Clock operator, please set the game clock to 7:15.
7:15. Clock operator wants the clock reset. Had some time on the clock. It was at 7:04. I got to see if the clock operator can make the corrections there. And that's what we're waiting up. That's what we're waiting for.
Thank you.
Yeah, 7:15. Officials thankful. Said thank the clock operator. That's Sean Purdy, our referee today, from leading our officiating crew from the SIAC. 1st and 10 now from the Miles 46. The takedown, but a face mask that time, inadvertent, but he reached and grabbed it. That's not good. The aggressiveness of Jalen Thomas. He's had quite a game, and I know nobody feels worse about that play than he does because he's been getting it done. I know Coach's not happy about that, but he has been the man today on the defensive side of the ball for Miles. Face mask. And nobody feels worse about that than the junior from Sylacauga, Alabama. He has had an amazing day today defensively. Here's another look at it. Reads it perfectly. Not fooled, but that left hand reaches up there and just goes straight for that face mask. When that happens, you know the whistle's going to blow. And so Kentucky State's moved forward. They're at the Miles 30. 1st and 10 they go. This drive is moved. You had some nice completions, a couple of well-played runs, and now a penalty that helps them out. The big guy running, cranking it up. Big 32, Christopher Conaway. Comes up through the line, and he is not bashful. This freshman, 6'2", 235 out of Stockbridge, Georgia. Pick up a 5. They're going to call it 2nd and 5, and Maxwell Wells had to come in with a stop to knock him down. Wells, a junior, 6 foot 175 out of Boynton Beach, Florida. Second and 5 here. Keeping it. Myers keeps it, still on his feet, knocked out of bounds across the 20, knocked out of bounds around the 18-yard line, maybe the 17. Nice run there. There'll be another first down, but we got a Kentucky State player that's down here. Injury. Look like one of the linemen is injured there. We look back on this play, and the training staff is tending to him, but take another look at Myers calling his own number here. He's done that a couple of times on this possession, and it's worked very well. Knocked out of bounds. Time right there. Let's see if we can pick up on the injury with the lineman and which one it may be. They got him up. He's coming off the field and not putting any weight on that left leg at all. 74. That's Anthony Jeter. This redshirt sophomore, 6 foot 275 out of Memphis, Tennessee. And we're looking to see he couldn't put any weight at all on his right foot, right leg. And now he's on the bench there looking after him. You're right tackle. Let's see who's going to come in there to replace him at that position. As they come up to the line, 1st and 10 from the 17 of Miles. Toss is back. That's Jackson still on his feet to lose one defender. Makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Miles defense like they had him trapped for a loss for sure. He gets away. Coming down to the 5-minute mark in the game, Kentucky State working, trying to get some points on the board here. Myers rolling to the right side, looking to throw. Here comes the defense. They got him hemmed in. He's still moving. Spins. Gets away from one defender, but he won't get away from big 54, DeAndre McCurry. McCurry brings him down out of Birmingham Carver High School. Big stop on that play. And Hawk at a loss of 3. Less than 5 minutes to go now. Kentucky State going to take a timeout and talk about it. Look at this play once again, and 54 runs him down. And there's the Miles defensive unit. Hearing around, coaching staff. Aaron James, defensive coordinator for this team. And they played tremendous effort today. They know what Kentucky State loves to do, and they've done what they can to get them out of what they like to do, running the football and forcing them to throw some. They've thrown with some success in this possession. And it's something Jalen Myers does lead the conference in passing efficiency. He doesn't throw that much, but he has shown accuracy in this possession, but it's getting late. Not only is the defensive unit of Miles against Kentucky State, but the clock is now not in their favor. As they get back to action there, 4:45 to go. It's going to be 3rd and 12 from the Miles 20-yard line. Let's see what Kentucky State comes up with. Jalen Myers waiting to snap. Under center. Drops back. Now he calls his own number. He's going to try to run with it. Not much there. Wasn't fooled by Miles. Number 30. Got him big time. Start things out. Ozzie Williams wrapped his arms around him from the very beginning. Take another look at this. Look. Quarterback draw. Williams wasn't fooled. Takes him down. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Thoroughbreds are going to try to kick one here. And Bobek's going to hold. 18, Jonathan Jerry. Going to try 36-yard field goal. And here's his snap. Spot, kicks it low. Does it make it through? No. Another scoring opportunity goes by the board for Kentucky State. The ball goes back over to the Miles College Golden Bears. Got 3:45 to go in our game. Miles 17, Kentucky State nothing. You're watching SIAC Football on Flow Sports. Miles back with the football now with 3:45 to go in the game, and let's see what they do to run out of the clock. Daniel Smith wastes the shotgun snap, gives it up there to great breaking free and big run that time by Dante Edwards off the left side. Dante Edwards going to get the first down, 10-yard run. Xavier Johnson with the stop there for Kentucky State. Brings up 1st and 10 from their own 30 now. Play clock running down. We're at 10 as they make the audible. Play clock now at 7, 6. Smith awaits the shotgun snap. They get it to him with 2 seconds on the play clock. Here's Edwards again over the fender. Gets up to the 40-yard line. Big play there on the run. Runs right over Andrew Perkins. Then falls. Perkins got right in his path. He ends up falling down. I don't know if Perkins didn't get the worst of that one. Big 9-yard pickup. Call it at 2nd and 1 from the 38 of Miles. Golden Bears on the move here. Clock under 2:30 to go in the game. Clock at 2:19. Play clock at 9. They're running it all down before they snap the football. Snap. Gives it to Edwards once again, left side to 40. He's at the 45. He lost his footing there. He's about to make a cut. And Xavier Johnson came up to make the stop. Well, that gets another first down, and the chains move again. Under 2 minutes to play in this game. Golden Bears looking like they may be one more first down away from salting this one away. We'll see. Smith looking again to the sideline. Game clock at 1:33. Miles College closing in on their 7th win of the season. Give this time Ruiz. Spin move at the 40. 45, 30, still going. 25, knocked out about around the 20-yard line. Big run by Justin Ruiz. Nigel Cochran struggling to bring him down. Here's another look. Had defenders. Here's Cochran on him, trying to get him to slow down, trying to knock the ball free. He stays with it down to around the 20-yard line. Take another look at it. But we got a whistle, got a flag, and this is going to come back. Got a hole right there at the bottom of the screen, and this one's going to come back. Exciting run there by Ruiz. So Miles go back to it, 1st and 10 from their own 48. Or from midfield. They mark it at midfield. Smith. Shotgun snap, give to Ruiz. He at the 50, 45, 30, 35-yard line down there, knocked down around the 35, call it the 34-yard line. Another big run for 22. Justin Ruiz today. Xavier Johnson in on the stop, the junior from Lexington, Kentucky. They're going to stop there for Kentucky State. Got a minute to go in the game. And they made that other first down, and you kind of seal this one away. Miles College Golden Bears on their way to 7-2, 4-1 in conference play with a trip to Tuskegee, Alabama coming up next week. Big showdown against the Golden Tigers, and here the Golden Bears coming to the sideline, emotioning to their fans. They have put on quite an exhibition today. Great offensively, but tremendous defense to really corral and slow down these Thoroughbreds today from Kentucky State. And so they're 47 seconds away from a 17-0 victory over Miles College, and what has been a simply awesome Saturday afternoon for college football. I don't know how it is where you are, but it's simply beautiful here in Fairfield, Alabama. Crisp fall afternoon, but not cold. You get your jacket on or a sweater. You're here to enjoy your football, and we're so glad that you've been enjoying it here on Flow Sports with us on whatever your device, whatever you've been watching us on, your smartphone or your tablet or your PC. We thank you for joining us today. Hope you've enjoyed college football from the SIAC. Back next week with a couple of more games on the final weekend of the regular season. It will be Benedict against Lane. That's a 2 o'clock start. And from the Atlanta University Center, Clark Atlanta against Morehouse. The games coming up next Saturday here on Flow Sports. Got 47.8 to go here. Daniel Smith going to take this one, give the handoff to Ruiz, and he doesn't get much, but he doesn't care. His clock's going to run, and Miles College Golden Bears are about to get the win here today. Coach Reginald Ruffin and his team applauding everybody, telling them to come over to the sideline, and I think that's it. They don't have to get off another play. They're going to count this victory. They're going to light it up. Miles College Golden Bears getting set for the big showdown next week with downstate rival Tuskegee. It's going to be a good one. It always is when those two get together. But this one's coming down, and the clock's going to run out. And Miles College with the win over Kentucky State on this Saturday afternoon in Fairfield, Alabama. 17-0 our final score. Miles with the win. So glad you could be with us today. And we'll write down a few stats from the day's game. First downs, Miles got 15 to 12 from Kentucky State. Rushing yards, Miles 147 to 116 by Kentucky State team. That's what they love to do. 9 receptions, receiving yards 122 yards. So a nice balanced day offensively for Miles in this game. 122 yards passing, 147 yards on the ground, 9 of 18 today passing in that game. So that was great to see as well with this Miles College team. Receptions, first downs, return yards, 1 fumble, that 1 interception. Fumble, it wasn't lost. 1 interception by Kentucky State in the game. Did not hurt Miles at all. Miles was 6 of 11 in third down conversions. Kentucky State 2 of 12. Kentucky State went for it on fourth down twice and was not successful. Both teams penalized 4 times, a total of 36 yards. Happened today. But the end result is the final score. Miles with the final score, 17-0, the final score.
Brought to you by Alabama Power, always on.
A special thanks to our crew here today, our photographers, Amir Bates, Julian McDuffie, and our producer and engineer, James Crenshaw. Don't know if we're related. Don't know. We may have made up a Thanksgiving dinner. We'll try to find out. I am Sam Crenshaw. Thank you for joining us. Once again, our final score, Miles College 17, Kentucky State nothing. Thank you for watching the SIAC here on Flow Sports. So long, everybody.